Good evening and welcome live to Full Velocity Racing Network tonight. Now we got Sunday Night Shootout DWR style Dirt Warrior Racing. 42 cars in the house here tonight. Man, what racing do we have in store here at USA International Speedway? Some great cars, some great drivers, and I'm telling you what, the stars in the cars are really out here. Let's see if everything aligns here for Dirt Warrior Racing here tonight.
Yeah, from Stars on Dirt Modifieds to Stars on Dirt at the Dirt Pro Late models to the stars and the cars of the street stocks here at the Dirtworks Racing Street Stock Series here. Like you said, Sunday night, was it Sunday night streets out here, the street stocks here at USA International Raceway tonight.
Yep, the Sunday Night Shootout here. Street Stocks, the full feathered frenzy here tonight. We're just watching some of these guys take down some quick times here. Qualifying event here as they're going qualifying. We're going to put the drop down on your screen to show you where everybody is qualified here, and it's going to go down quite a ways here. So we're going to go all the way down. We'll take care of our in the booth here. As you know, Todd Stanton alongside of me, Raging Rotten Piles. And I tell you what, EJ Jones at top of the leaderboard right now with quick time of a 26.740. David Brewer second fastest, only .055 behind him. David Brewer timing in with a 26.795. And RJ Klein, welcome back here to Dirt Warrior Racing, Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esports racing. A division of race on Texas. He is running third right now, quickest with a 26.840. His qualifying starting to wind down. We got about a minute left. See if anybody can come out top here and try to beat the number 84 of EJ Jones. That Cedar Cove sponsored machine. EJ is a force to be reckoned with in the full feathered frenzy here, especially when you come to DWR.
Yeah, a lot of these guys definitely a force to be reckoned with. There's 41, 42 drivers here, so definitely a full field of forces to be reckoned with here. This is like a force field of Harry Potter or something. I mean, it's so much that you can add up in the energy that's built up in the amount of drivers that are here. And, you know, it's just a great place to come to race. All these drivers here come in here and make it an awesome place to be. You know, I've tossed my luck around a little bit here and there, and unfortunately for myself, I've been out of these a little bit and got handed something that I wasn't really in full control of, and made a little bit of a fool of myself. So I'm sitting back up here doing what I should probably be doing, especially when it comes to the street stocks here at the USA International Raceway at DWR. But you know, no hard feelings over the situation or anything. Just rather sit here and talk about what's going on the racetrack and watch a couple of drivers here that you know, I know and have competed with a lot of these guys, and I don't have a word bad to say about any one of them. So we're getting ready to run through heat number one here. Looks like heat number one is going to make their way to the speedway, and looks like we're going to roll away like this with the 84 of EJ Jones starting on the inside of row number one. To his outside will be the number 8 of Austin Miners.
Inside row number 2, starting in the third starting position, that's the number 1. That's Alex Brewer, and his dance partner outside driving the 711. That's Terry Joyner.
Starting inside row number 3 is going to be the 07 machine of Justin Pruitt. To his outside is dancing partner, the number 98 machine of David Clymer, starting 6th.
Kyle Surratt rolls off in the 7th position, driving the number 25, and his dancing partner outside, Malachi Smith, in the number 50 machine.
And your 5th and final row, and your 9th place starter in the number 6 machine of Ryan Bronson.
Yeah, just waiting for some cars here. That is heat race number 1, as you see in the left-hand corner. Our Dirt-Series, that is our yellow flag sponsor here for tonight. Dirt Series, visit them at dirt-series.com. Our official yellow flag sponsor here of the evening on Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esports racing. As all the cars are on the speedway getting ready, as you see where the cutoff is here, and it's not actually there. The cutoff is in the 4th position, so 4 cars will make it today. Main is what the cutoff is saying here. Hopefully that's correct, as I always get corrected here if it's out on Facebook Live. Unfortunately, cannot see Facebook Live, YouTube, or even Twitch for that matter here this evening, as some things going right. I don't understand why in my chat box I can see things here and there. It takes a very, very long time here tonight. Usually have my cell phone too, and that's not here. I dropped that in the toilet this afternoon, so gonna have to buy a new cell phone. But the stars in the cars here, heat race number 1 is gonna be EJ Jones and Austin Miners to lead them down here to get the green flag as soon as that iRacing.com car pit truck releases them.
I tell you what, I was looking at some of the skins and these graphics and the vinyls on these cars, but Scary Terry there, looking through this straightaway cam here, looking at the backstretch cam down through the helmet, they're definitely a little scary at that view.
Yeah, the 7-Eleven machine. Yeah, I seen that too, just a little bit. It's Scary Terry. Let's take a look at that car for everybody out there. We'll see if we can get a nice, good look at this car. As yeah, the clowns. I mean, who is scared of clowns?
Oh, definitely get a look at the helmet too. It's a little freaky.
Oh yeah, it is too. Yeah, nice. That's an awesome design. I tell you what, Scary Terry awarded the 7-Eleven machine. It looks like it was a CCR design, CNC Race Designs car.
Yeah, I think he took a hint from Evil One Graphics on that one. The iRacing.com official pace truck gonna dive off here. Heat number one's gonna be underway. EJ Jones gonna bring him to the green flag. Austin Miners to the outside, and we're gonna be 3 wide, almost 3 wide immediately for third, fourth, and fifth there. As we're gonna work our way into number one, and EJ Jones gonna take an early strong point out to the lead, and 3 wide there. Still, again, we have some contact between the 7-Eleven Terry Joyner, the 07 machine of Justin Pruitt, and the 25 machine of Kyle Surratt there, as they're battling down the straightaway here, and definitely it's like gonna have the 25 of Justin Surratt gonna end up coming out on top of that one, as he is able to pull ahead of the 7-Eleven of Terry Joyner, but Terry Joyner to battle back on the outside down the front straightaway coming to lap number 2.
I tell you what, Joyner, I think already scared some people. The heads are turning. They're looking at the car, and then they see that helmet. I swear. I don't know why they're looking over there, but they got to be seeing that helmet on the 7-Eleven of Terry Joyner. Joyner drops now back to the 5th position, right there behind Kyle Surratt. Here comes the number 98 machine of David Clymer. He's tried down to the inside of the 7-Eleven.
Yeah, he's down on the inside of the 7-Eleven, but he's going to fall back there after a little bit of contact there to 3 and 4. But, yeah, Terry Joyner definitely scaring some people with that helmet for sure. It looks like he's got the school kids running from him, so the school kids out front. EJ Jones current leader right now. Austin Miners in second. Alex Brewer is in third. Kyle Surratt settled in for fourth currently. Your top 5 is Terry Joyner. You've got a nice little gap there between the 5th and 6th place cars. David Clymer currently running 6th. 7th is Justin Pruitt. 8th right now is Malachi Smith. And looks like Ryan Bronson may have parked his machine for heat number 1.
Yeah, it looks like Ryan Bronson is already behind the wall. Great racing going on between Austin Miners, the number 1 of Brewer, and the 25 with Kyle Surratt. Surratt in the final transfer position number 4 in that number 25 machine. So Joyner going to have to try to track him down, but Surratt not happy with that 4th spot. He's down to the inside of the number 1 machine of Alex Brewer. Got to thank everybody for tuning in here to Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch. Again, cannot see what you guys type here tonight, but make sure you share our link out there. Let everybody know Full Velocity Racing Network is live, your source for esports racing, a division of Race On Texas here. And make sure you guys share it out there. Let everybody know we're live. And at large and in charge, we got 2 events going on right now. We got asphalt, for those asphalt people out there, with Phil Lacasse and Todd Truitt over there at Ram Racing. But we got DWR here, Sunday Night Shootout, 42 cars in attendance here at USA. Great battle going on. We have EJ Jones, the partier out front. That's Cedar Cove sponsor number 84. Austin Miners for 2.
Yeah, Austin Miners definitely for 2. 3rd right now belongs to number 1 Alex Brewer. And 4th right now, your 4th and final transfer spot to Kyle Surratt. But he has got company as the 7-Eleven of Terry Joyner comes up to his doors. We're going to see Popsicle Sticks for your leader this time by 2 to go for your leader, the number 84 of EJ Jones. And he's got almost a full second lead over Austin Miners right now, so definitely EJ Jones in full control of this one. But, you know, even in these dirt street stocks of the USA Raceway, it can go away in a heartbeat. As right now, 25 of Kyle Surratt going to try and work to the inside of Alex Brewer, but nothing doing as he slides back and falls in line as they come into turn number 3. So definitely something to see here. It looks like the cushion there definitely going to prevail, but the 25 is Surratt to the bottom is see if he can get that run, but looks like he's going to fall back. That cushion just got enough moisture there. So 1 to go, white flag for your leader, EJ Jones. So we got just another set of corners here coming for your leader, EJ Jones, as he's still about a second ahead. Kyle Surratt still trying to work the bottom of the number 1 Alex Brewer, but he's still going to fall back. And looks like he may end up trying to slide under him here coming into turn 3, but I don't know if he's going to have the run off of 4s. It looks like he got the pitch, but is he going to get the run? And it looks like Alex Brewer is going to come back on the outside, and Surratt's going to end up settling in for the 4th and final transfer spot. EJ Jones will be your heat race number 1 winner. 2nd will go to Austin Miners in his number 8 machine. 3rd will go to Alex Brewer in the number 1, and Kyle Surratt rounding out your 4th and final transfer spot. Everybody else to a super race.
Yeah, everybody else going to go to those consolation events here tonight in heat race number 2, getting locked and loaded. Again, we're going to do the quick runner drop down here, and you see the top 4. We'll move on here for starting in heat race number 2. Starting on the pole is going to be the 319. That's David Brewer. His dance part outside going to be Casey Brunson aboard the 010 machine.
Inside row number 2 will be the number 71 of Daniel Stifler. To his outside will be the number 10, starting 4th, racing Jason Salter.
Inside row number 3, starting in the 5th starting position, that's a 073, that's Steve Robbins. And his dancing partner outside, Old Guzzy. Driver number 41, that's Jared Gazzardo.
Starting inside row number 4 will be the number 3 of the Rocket. Here, as the grid readjusted on me here, we got I'm going to call him the Rocket Barrett Bishop. Very fast in the street stock here. I've seen him race quite a few times, definitely very quick. So his outside and dancing partner will be the 78 machine of Steven Radoons.
And Kyle and Moyer are going to round out your field here for heat race number 2. Looks like a couple of cars not making the call. The 3 of Barrett Bishop and Kyle Moyer not making the call here this time. So we'll have to wait and see what happens to those guys, as it looks like they're going to be relegated to a consolation event here tonight. And that's unfortunate here, as David Brewer is going to be your current race leader. He's going to lead the pace here to try to take heat race number 2 away from maybe the 010 of Casey Brunson. Brunson's been on a mission here on Sunday Night Shootout, as Brunson's been fast here each and every week. Just has not been able to capitalize as much as he would like to, as Brunson finally was able to pick up some momentum last week. So we'll see if the 010 can continue on the momentum that he's had as of late. He's had a lot of podium finishes here as of late. So it's great to see Brunson having a good time now.
Yeah, Brunson definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with here in this heat race as we go through this here tonight. Saw Ryan Bronson look like he packed his trailer up and left, but looks like he found some parts they needed, put the car back together. So we'll see if Ryan Bronson's going to come back out here later and put on a show as well. But seeing Brunson come out here, definitely see how he's going to do. We'll see him again tomorrow night in Modified, back at the Harlem Motorsports Dirt League. So with that being said, we're going to go green flag racing here. The iRacing.com official pace truck dives off, and we're going to have 71 of Stifler get a little loose there on the start, but he's going to be able to maintain that position for 3rd right now. May slide into 4th here with the number 10 of Brunson to the outside. So see what happens here is the 319, David Brewer to the lead, Brunson the 2nd. We got the 71 of Daniel Stifler racing, actually slid to 4th, and we're going to have the 10 machine of Jason Salter to the outside. So racing Jason Salter going to try and make it 3 wide here, coming off of turn number 4, but definitely going to have the 010 Casey Brunson to the lead, and the 319 Brewer to the outside. Racing Jason Salter is trying to get in a piece of that action as well, coming off of turn number 2, as we have 6 laps to go.
As we're able to ride in from the green flag, the initial green flag, to the start-finish line there with racing Jason Salter, the number 10 machine. Great view, sponsored by Northwest Racing Series, as he was able to show us the quick ways around here, trying to work his way up to the top spot. Not able to do it while we're in car, but meanwhile right there running in that 3rd spot, he's right there nipping at the heels of the 319 of David Brewer and the number 010 Brunson. Brunson gets a tad bit loose. That checks up the 319 of Brewer. Here comes racing Jason Salter. He's going to pick up that 2nd spot.
Yeah, racing Jason Salter falls into the 2nd position after that little bit of looseness happened there. So hopefully he can maybe he can capitalize. We got the pair of 10 cars leading the field here at the USA International Raceway. So the 010 currently out front at Casey Brunson, and the 10 machine are racing Jason Salter to the outside right now. The 319 of David Brewer going to try to fight back on the inside. That's not going to work. So the 319 machine back to 3rd, racing Jason Salter to 2nd, and the 10 machine and the 010 of Casey Brunson, current race leader. And there's a little bit of a run happening there on the entrance of the corners, but there's, if somebody's in front of you, it seems like that run's starting to fade a little bit. So we're going to see if, USA Raceway, not a big track for making some passes, high side, low side. It's usually one lane's going to cut the other one off, trying to keep it fast. So unfortunately, type of track this is, but maybe the DWR team here has something figured out here for the feature that we won't see a lot of this one lane freight train racing here later in the evening.
Yeah, definitely is. These guys right now, heat racing, this track looks a little strong here, and we've seen in DWR Wednesday Night Street Fights this track become awesome towards the end of this event, and you were going differently here around the track, and EJ Jones was able to pick up that victory there in the number 84 machine, as he was just fantastic and fast here. But I tell you what, the 010 Casey Brunson right now holding on to the top spot. He's going to get Popsicle 6 in the air, racing Jason for 2. Third right now is the 319 of David Brewer. Jerry Gazzardo now up to 4th as he was able to get around Daniel Stifler. Gazzardo now peeking down to the bottom, trying to get 3rd here, trying to wrestle that away from David Brewer through turn number 2.
Yeah, these iRacing.com street stocks here on the dirt, definitely a force to be reckoned with. A lot of fun to drive. Looks like we're gonna. That may cost a little bit there. Casey Brunson got a little bit tight in the middle of the corner there, and might have actually got loose and tried to keep from hitting the wall with the 41 machine. Looks like he might go around down the front stretch after contacting the 71 of Daniel Stifler. Definitely looks like the 41 car went around. Tim machine right now, racing Jason Salter, trying to battle with the 010 Casey Brunson as they're side by side down the back straightaway. We're going to see who's going to prevail here coming through 3 and 4 as we are on the last lap of this one here at the USA International Speedway. Last lap of heat number 2 coming up, and racing Jason Salter to the lead. The 010 of Casey Brunson is going to fall to second. It looks like the number 10 machine of racing Jason Salter is going to pick up your heat race number 2 win. Casey Brunson and the 010 machine second. What a great race here. The 319 of David Brewer will pick up 3rd, and the 71 of Daniel Stifler will take your 4th and final transfer spot of heat number 2. So what a great heat race. There was a lot of good racing there. To be side by side down the backstretch on the last lap here at the USA International Raceway, the way that this track comes in and goes away the way it does, that was definitely a great heat race to see as we work through heat number 3 right now. Another set of 4 drivers going to transfer out of this one into the A main, and it's going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, we're going to have the number 14 machine of RJ Klein. To his outside, his dancing partner will be the number 40 of Jordan Curdy.
Inside row number 2, starting the 3rd starting position, driving the number 46 at Hips sponsored machine. Number 46, that is Bentley Hips, and outside of him, the Evil One Graphics, DWR number 21. That's the Evil One himself, Jim Revis, aboard the number 21 in 4th.
Starting inside row number 3 will be the lucky number 13 of Caleb Ramsey, starting 5th. To his outside in the 6th position with the number 17 machine of Chad Bird.
Inside row number 4, starting in the 7th starting position, driving the number 9 Alta sponsored machine. That is Chris Miller. Miller aboard the number 9, rolling off 7th. And rolling off 8th is the 026. That is a newcomer I haven't seen in a while. Maybe I haven't mentioned him here. 026 of Sean Stevens.
Yeah, I haven't seen Sean Stevens around in a while either, so we're gonna see if he can rally back from his disappearance there, and see if he can get this, see if he can get his machine back up front running there, and see what happens throughout this heat race. Maybe in for a surprise tonight. Maybe get behind the wheel here again and get that machine rolling. See what he can do with it tonight as well, and definitely another good stacked field of drivers here at the DWR Street Stock Shootout here at the USA International Speedway. So. Like I said, it's going to be another great night here of racing as we're rolling through heat races and putting drivers into the A-main and moving drivers into the consolation races here to see if they can make their way into the A-main. A lot of great drivers, a lot of good competition here. I'd say almost second to none. I mean, anywhere that I could say Full Velocity Racing Network goes to put a broadcast on, I could say there's a good competitive set of drivers. The iRacing.com official pace truck dives off the racetrack. Green flag is underway. And we are looking at an early lead from RJ Klein as he dives out to the early lead. And not really a contested lead as we roll off to turn number 2 as Bailey Hipp's going to fall to second, almost 3rd. I'm not sure how that's going to go with the 40 machine of Jordan Curdy flashing with netcode issues on the outside. But looks like Curdy's going to take the 2nd spot as he rolls high off the speedway through 3 and 4. And we're going to have a battle for 3rd right now with Bailey Hipp and Jim Revis.
Yeah, Jim Revis, we've been riding in car here. We pick a car here on the start of the race, and this time it was Jim Revis driving the number 21 machine. Now down the bottom gets loose and out of shape. Hopefully he's not watching this at the same time there. Ron, is he got out of shape. He hit that grass, and that's rather treacherous sometimes here at USA. He has to back out of it right now. He's holding on to that final spot, that final transfer spot, but now he's got Bird underneath him there in the 17 machine.
Yeah, I was watching back here as you were on board with the 21 machine. The 13 of Caleb Ramsey gonna get into the back of Revis there, and as he did, got Revis a little loose, but Revis able to continue, and the 13 of Ramsey around. So, unfortunately for Ramsey, he's looks like he's pulled into the pits for the night for this heat, so he will move on to Akansi as we get back to our battle up front here. And currently RJ Klein taking over the lead, and still a battle between Bailey Hip and Jordan Carty for that second and third position.
As they flash by our start-finish line, fantastic new addition here to Full Velocity Racing Network. As they flashed by there, all the cars, it was interesting to watch from the flaggers' standpoint as the 14 of RJ Klein still continues to lead. The 40 machine now has given way to the number 46 of Bailey Hip. Hip running in that second spot. Third is Jordan Cutie, and then the number 21 of Jim Revis holding on to the final transfer spot here. And heat race number 3, Chad Bird is for 5. Chris Miller up to 6. Sean Stevens and Caleb Ramsey, like you said, already out of this heat race number 3 as we got 4 laps remaining.
Yeah, 4 laps remaining. We're halfway through this heat races right now. It looks like, I gotta tell you what, Jim Revis better be on his game tonight, because Chad Bird's last lap time was faster than him. So if Bird gets any faster, Revis might not make it through in the heat race transfers. We're coming to about 3 to go here to the line for your leader, the 14 of RJ Klein. So 3 laps to go here, and looking at the scoring and timing board here, it looks like Revis was faster than Bird that time by. So as long as he continues to stay consistent, I don't think he's going to have anything to worry about. But timing and scoring definitely giving us a lead, and he might actually have a position in this race when it comes down to the final transfer spot in heat race number 3.
Yeah, fantastic racing going on as Jordan did blip a little bit. That was allowing the number 21 of Revis to catch up as he blips again through the screen here as Popsicle 6 up in the air. 2 more trips around the speedway. Again, Revis hanging on, but now trying to get down to the bottom here. Jordan Curie, he knows the 17 of Bird is trying to reel him in. Also, same way with the number 9 of Chris Miller. Those guys all right there. Any mistake by one of those drivers, they could qualify themselves into the feature here through the heat race at least. As we come off of turn number 4, white flag going to be in there for RJ Klein.
Yeah, RJ Klein takes the white flag. That would be the surrender flag if you were actually in a battle award. But we are at the USA International Speedway where the white flag means 1 more lap to go. And RJ Klein definitely taking that one as he's working his way down the back straightaway right now. And he is large and in charge here in the heat race number 3 at the USA International Speedway. Not really a lot of battles going on in the speedway right now. Everything's pretty much single filed out and determined as Chris Miller's going to get into the back of the 17 of Chad Bird a little bit, but your heat race number 3 winner going to be RJ Klein. Coming home second is going to be the 46 of Bailey Hip. Third place is going to go to the number 40 machine of Jordan Curdy, and rounding out your 4th and final transfer spot is going to be the 21 of Jim Revis to the feature. Everybody else to the suit. Chris Miller is 5th. Chad Bird and the 17 machine coming home 6th. 7th goes to Sean Stevens, and 8th, which he was off the track early for having some issues there, getting a little loose there and getting loose and getting into the inside wall. Car was a little damaged. That's going to be the 13 of Caleb Ramsey.
As we get ready for heat race number 4, and it's going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the 999, that's Joshua Ely. His dancing part on the outside, driving the number 16, that's David Blackberg.
Inside row number 2, starting third will be the 124 Hard Motorsports sponsor machine, Brett Rolls. To his outside is dancing partner, the number 61 machine of Josh Peacock.
Sawyer Swatek, a driver, the number 67. He's going to roll off in the 5th starting position. His dancing partner on the outside, driving the 06, that's Matthew Everts.
And starting inside row number 4 in the 7th position, that's going to be a DWR team driver there, is going to be the number 12 of Eric Eichstadt. His outside will be the number 60 machine of Trace Williams.
8 cars we called for. Yeah, 8 cars we called for there, Ron. 8 cars we have out there. I'm going to ask you a question. Who do you want to ride with on the start? Everybody seems to like that. Where do we want to put the camera here to ride with on this initial start for 1 lap?
You know, that's a... Oh, let's see. Where do I put this camera at? I would say I'd put it on board with the 61. I'd get biased and put it on Brett Rolls' machine, but I would say let's go with the 61 on the outside. See what he sees going into 1. That's definitely going to be an interesting cam. See what the leaders do. iRacing.com official pace truck is going to come down the front straightaway here. It looks like we're going to have 1 more lap to green, so a lot of great drivers. All these heat races seem to be stacked and packed full of great cars. So we're going to be riding along with the 61 of Mr. Peacock there. Like I said, we're going to take this large and in charge and then take this green flag here with the 61 machine. Definitely going to be a view to see and see how he reacts to what happens in turn number 1, as these corners are tight here. iRacing has adjusted them a little bit. They are not as tight as they used to be here on the dirt. used to, it was a lot tighter than this. They spaced the corners out a little bit, moved everything back a little bit, extended the wall out, made everything a little more nicer for us to get around the speedway. Things used to be a lot tighter, a lot faster. You know, those walls used to creep up on you a lot faster. They finally widened those out a little bit to give us the amount of room that you know, really is there in real life. These tracks are simulated, built to as close as they can to these tracks after they scan them. So green flag goes out, and we're going to have the 009 machine of Joshua Ely as you're riding on board with the 61 machine of Josh Peacock, and he may be working his way backwards here. He's going to fight around the outside of the number 16 machine, try to get back to that third spot. As now he's 3 wide with the 67 machine of Boyer Swatek, and look like maybe Brett Rose as well.
As we go for a ride with the 61 of Josh Peacock there, as he was on the outside, the instant bystander there. There's a lot of things happening there. Exchanges here going on. It looks like some cars going out. Joshua Peacock, something wrong. Looks like he's going to pull it in there. As we're going to get rid of the onboard camera there. Joshua Peacock, extremely probably upset here with what just happened.
Yeah, also another issue happened coming off of turn number 4, lap number 1 there as well, involving the 12 machine of Eric Eichstadt, and looks also like the 06 machine of Matthew Everts, and maybe the, I can't really see the number on this other car. It's kind of hard to see him from up here in the booth. I'm going to say that's probably the Trace Williams machine, as they come off of 4 of those guys involved in a slight cluster as well.
So meanwhile, it is the 009 of Joshua Ely out front. Second is Brett Rolls. Third is Sawyer Swatek, excuse me, and then David Blackberg, the number 16, rounds out your top 4. Trace Williams, quite a ways back there. And the number 60 machine is Williams there. The Next Level Gaming sponsored machine is right there running in 5th. 6th is Matthew Everts and Eric Eichstadt. Electric Eric, as he has not won a race yet, so as soon as he wins a race, we'll get rid of his nickname. We'll get him a new one. Rolling off 7th, or right now 7th, I should say.
Yeah, we're watching this field work their way around the track right now. After turn number 4, we're coming to 2.5 way pretty much for your leader, the 009 of Joshua Ely. Brett Rolls currently running in second, trying everything he can to find his way around, as the top 4 have pretty much broken away from everybody, having all those incidents going on. But Brett Rolls is knocking on the back door of Joshua Ely right now. Brett Rolls to the bottom in turn number 3, Ely to the top side. Brett Rolls having to over-rotate a little bit through the center, probably going to lose the momentum that he had coming into the corner as he falls back behind Ely going down the front straightaway. So we're looking at 3 to go for your leader, Joshua Ely, but he is under heavy contention from the 124 machine of Brett Rolls.
Yeah, under heavy contention is Brett Rolls trying to mash down and try to get the win here at USA International Speedway. They come down the back straightaway as Ely disappears there for a minute, trying to play a rabbit in the hat kind of ordeal, and that's not what you want to do, especially when you're in the race lead. This popsicle sticks come out in the air for the 009 machine. Second is still Brett Rolls. Third is Sawyer Swatek, and David Blackbird still running 4th. Those guys all pretty much tight together. Somebody makes a mistake. Something may rattle them up there. They pretty much got the top 4 locked down here to make the main event here tonight. As like I said, Joshua Ely still holding strong there over Brett Rolls as they come off of turn 4 and get white flag. White flag in the air here. One more trip around.
Yep, Joshua Ely takes the white flag here coming down the front stretch of the USA International Speedway, and it's going to be Brett Rolls for second. Third place currently belongs to Sawyer Swatek, and the 4th and final transfer spot of this little field that's running here, you can throw a blanket over David Blackberg in the number 16 as they're working their way down the back straightaway right now. The 009 machine of Joshua Ely is in charge. Brett Rolls probably isn't going to have anything for him here, but Brett definitely going to take that transfer spot to the A-Main, and right now I think that's the biggest focus here in this heat race, is just making the A-Main and not having to work your way through those consolation races. As Joshua Ely picks up the checkered flag in heat race number 4, Brett Rolls will come home second, the 124. Third will go to Sawyer Swatek and the 67 machine, and your 4th and final transfer spot will go to the 16 of David Blackberg.
Great racing going on here for heat race number 4. Some drivers probably rather pissed off a little bit. Sometimes dirt racing, it's short track racing, and it's, sometimes things happen. Unfortunately, some things turned upside down there in heat race number 4. I know those drivers will get it back together and try to make it through one of our consolation events, as heat race number 5 is out there on the speedway, and it's going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the 117. That's Derek Debris, and his dancing partner on the outside driving the H&L number 62 machine. That's Jamie Massey.
Starting inside row number 2 in the third position is going to be the number 012 or 012, however you want to say it. That'll be Braden Richards starting third. To his outside will be the number 53 machine of Chadwick Rigby starting in fourth.
Rolling off in the fifth starting position, driving the number 99 machine. That is Preston Williams. Williams aboard the number 99. It is Dan aboard the outside, driving the number 83. That's Ryan Oakes. Oakes aboard the number 83.
And in your final row of this heat race, number 5 is going to be the number 73 machine of Stephen Moore starting 7th. To his outside, in the 8th and final starter on this heat race field will be the number 32 machine of Kevin Preston.
Loving the paint scheme as I look up through here and I see the showstopper Jamie Massey. Should say the showstopper, the H&L sponsor machine. I see FVRN on his machine also. So if you guys don't think we can't see it, we can. We can see the logo on the car. You guys are freely to run Full Velocity Racing Network on any one of your cars. You got your painters out there that put it on there. Please do run it out there if you support us here on Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esports racing, as we do appreciate any type of sponsorship that you guys can show us. It's fantastic to see some of those cars running even the brand new logo out there, as we have merged there with the Versal Racing Network. We became Full Velocity Racing Network now here with Charles Wooten and those guys. It's been a fantastic partnership, Ron. We're still trying to get the hayway of it. I tell you, we're trying to make ourselves known and trying to get together and get things better here on the Full Velocity Racing Network all the way around. Even announcers ourselves that have put some money and time into trying to get the Full Velocity Racing Network up in the air.
Yeah, definitely getting that put together. It takes some time to get everything settled out. And I figure, we get a couple good meetings here in the near future with everybody's busy schedules. Get a couple meetings together and we'll get everything finished and finalized and polished out. Well, it'll never officially be complete because there's always work to do. As the iRacing.com official pace truck pulls down, we're going to be green and underway here with the 117 of Derek DeVries and the 62 of Jamie Massey at a dead heat coming down through into turn number 1, as they're going to be side by side off of 3 and 4. They're off of turn 2 down the back straightaway, and not a deciding factor yet. Right now it looks like the 62 machine of Jamie Massey is going to pull out to an early lead, but the 117 is going to battle back hard on the inside. So not a deciding factor yet, but I think the 62 machine, Jamie Massey, is going to have the lead at the point here at the start-finish line for this one. So heat number 5 down on the underway is the 62 machine, who breaks out to an early lead, and we are 2 by 2 behind them for those positions as well.
As we stayed on board with the 62 of Jamie Massey, I was going to ask you, Ron, who we wanted to go on board with. I went on board with Jamie Massey, flashing by our start-finish line. Backstretch wall there. Fantastic racing, as Massey is your current race leader. Second is Chadwick Rigby, board the number 53 machine. Oh, debris all kinds of out of shape off of turn number 4. He's able to gather it back in, but I tell you what a great save by the 117 machine. Now pushing up the track again in the 117 debris. And man, here comes the 73, the H&L sponsor, number 73, and more down to the bottom side. More contact being made. More down into the wall. Around in a knot for the 73. Lots of damage to Moore.
Yeah, Moore looks like he's going to have a motor go up in smoke on that one. Definitely a radiator. Got overheated, and that engine pretty much gone. His heat race will be over. He will go to a Conci, but everybody else is single file on the speedway right now. But definitely looks like we're going to have a battle here very shortly. Looks like maybe between Ryan Oakes and the 83 machine and probably the 012 of Braden Richards here for the 4th and 5th positions here as they work their way through heat number 5. Looks like we're going to be halfway through this one as they come to the flag stand this time by. So halfway for your leader, Jamie Massey, and the number 62 machine right now.
Yeah, definitely halfway home. 4 in, 4 to go here for Jamie Massey in the 62. Chadwick Rigby running in that second spot, starting to try to chase him down there. About 5 or 6 car lengths between himself and that number 62 machine. Nice looking cars out here on the speedway again at USA International Speedway. But I got to remind you guys out there on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, if you're over on Facebook, make sure you donate to Star Donations. With Full Velocity Racing Network, you like what you see here on Full Velocity Racing Network, hit us up with some Star Donations on Facebook Live. It helps us build things and helps us get a little bit better. There's a lot of overhead costs that we do have that we try to make sure that you guys have all the nice widgets, all the nice stuff out there, so you can see this. And we're working on 10 or 4K broadcasts here in the near future. I don't want to say that too loud, but we are working on those coming very, very soon. A select few of us will be able to do that. So Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esports racing. We're not kidding. We are.
You are right about that. Trying to bring you the best of the best, week in and week out. Wouldn't say nightly. We do have a couple nights that we prefer to have off because we are not around the computers at those times. But definitely have some great racing here going on. As heat race number 5, your fifth and final heat race, working its way through the books. 2 to go. Popsicle sticks are in the air. We're coming to the white flag. 4-year leader, the number 62 of Jamie Massey, as he takes the white flag one more trip around this U.S. International Speedway here for your heat race leader, heat race number 5 leader, Jamie Massey. So working around 1 lap to go. The 99 machine and the 117 doing battle back here. That is for the 4th and 5th position. So that is a transfer spot battle. And the 117 machine going to throw a slider, but he's going to try to keep it clean and stay on the bottom. And it looks like that transfer spot is going to go to the 99 machine of Preston Williams. So coming home in first with your heat race number 5 win is going to be Jamie Massey in the 62. Chadwick Rigby will come home second in the 53 machine. The 012 of Braden's last name. Yep, Braden Richards can come home in third, and your 4th and final transfer spot is going to go to the 99 machine of Preston Williams. So those 4 going on to the A main, and everybody else to the super race, and we'll see them again here very soon as we're going to get ready to start our C main here. As looks like that lineup will be on the board.
Yep, C main here. This first of the 2 consolation events here tonight. Gonna have to see how many make it today main here from the C main. But starting on the pole, driving the number 711 H&L sponsored machine, Scary Terry, they call him Scary Terry, aboard the 711. That's Terry Joyner, and his dancing brother outside driving the Altic. Number 9 machine, that's Chris Miller.
Yeah, Chris Miller starting second there. Starting third will be the 012 machine of. No, hang on 1 second there. That's a misprint on my part. The starting third will be the number 117 of Derek Debris. To his outside, starting fourth will be the number 073 machine of Steve Robbins.
Inside, row number 3, starting in the 5th starting position, driving the number 0 machine. The 06 machine, should say. Not sure why the 6 did not show up here. Matthew Everett's rolling off 5th, and rolling off in the 6th starting position, driving the 07. That's Justin Pruitt. Pruitt aboard the number 07.
Starting inside, row number 4 in the 7th position will be the number 026 of Sean Stevens. To his outside in the 32 machine will be Kevin Preston, starting 8th.
Rolling off in the 9th starting position, driving the number 3, that's Barrett Bishop. And his dancing brother outside, driving the number 61, that's Joshua Peacock.
And the last and final starter on this field in the C main will be the number 6 of Ryan Bronson. So hopefully we'll see if Ryan Bronson can make his way up through the field, as he had some tough luck earlier. We'll see if he can battle back and work his way up to the top 3 of the C main that'll make it into the A main.
We called for 11 cars. We got 10 cars out there. Barrett Bishop already loaded up and went home in that number 3 machine. Not making the call for the heat race. Not making the call here for the consolation event here. It's going to be Terry Joyner, Chris Miller, Debris, Robbins, Everett, and Pruitt. That is your top 6. The iRacing.com pace truck is going to roll around the speedway, I believe, one more time. But take a look at that Scary Terry, number 711. Probably our favorite here of the evening. Different looking car here tonight. I was surprised, Ron, when you brought that to my attention. Looks like the iRacing.com pace truck going to pull down to the left-hand side of the track, down into that gap. We're going to be ready to select the wick off of turn number 4. The guys are going to press that loud pedal down as hard as they can on the right-hand side. Green flags in the air. 3 wide already on the start.
Steve Robbins with a great start, going like 6th to 4th, but it's going to cause a mess up there. As we got a car, I think our turtle count's going to go to 1 here as they go into turn number 1.
Yeah, turtle count probably going to go to 1 here. No yellow flag, though, is Terry Joyner. Scary Terry out front in that 711 machine. I believe the 073. Nope. The 073 is Steve Robbins running in second there momentarily. Debris back to the outside there. The 117, he's going to claim his second spot back as Chris Miller drops back to the 4th spot in the number 9 machine.
Yeah, Miller got some work to do, so if he can get back to the 073 machine or the 117 or the 711, if he can get a hold of any of those drivers. Right now, Chris Miller on the outside looking in here from the transfer spot, so see if he can work his way in. But right now, the 07 of Justin Pruitt, also on the outside looking in, all right there together. Looks like we're about to have 2 different fields of racing here going on during this C main. As you said, 10 laps, and we are working lap number 3 of 10, so Looks like Chris Miller with a small slider going to slide up just in front to take that third spot away. So Chris Miller back in the transfer spot as Justin Pruitt's going to try and follow through and get around the 073 of Steve Robbins as well. So definitely Justin Pruitt going to sell it off into the corner. Not going to have the room to come up, but he's going to come up into the fender of Chris Miller and pretty much turn him as Miller's going to get in the wall, and he may lose it going down the straightaway. But the Justin Pruitt machine definitely saying he wants to be a force to be reckoned with. As now it's him and Steve Robbins going to be battling for that spot. As we're going to have the 6 machine of Ryan Bronson battling with Chris Miller right now. Bronson got in the wall, but Miller's going to battle back and come up with that spot right now. But looks like Bronson's going to try the slide job through turns 3 and 4, slide up and to the nose of Chris Miller. And Miller going to give him the bumper and say, hey, I'm still here. And we're going to come off the corner. And Miller going to try to get back around there, but still going to fall back. And that's going to leave the 6 machine of Bronson in front of him. So in the 32 machine now contact, going to turn the 6 of Bronson and put the 9 of Miller in the wall. Miller's going to drive off strong. The 32 machine of Kevin Preston going to drive off, and that's going to allow the 026 machine of Sean Stevens to go in front of these drivers. So Stevens now going to get turned by the 32 of Kevin Preston. So this C-Main looks like an enduro race.
It definitely looks like a high-speed demolition derby for the C-Main. That's not normally here. And there'll be penalties. Don't get us wrong here, folks. There'll be penalties for those guys out here at Dirt Warrior Racing. They don't put up with that kind of driving out there. It's unfortunate to see some of the drivers just looks like they're just going over top of their heads. Again, it is a consolation event here. They're only taking the top 3 to the main event, so a lot of pressure on these drivers to try to make this main event. 42 drivers started here, only 26, so half the field. No, excuse me, a little bit over half, I should say, is my math calculation not right. So 16 cars will go home here tonight. So as the 117 of Derek Debris has been down to the bottom side here, the 711 of Joyner. That's been a nice battle for the top spot. Justin Pruitt maintaining third there in the 07 machine and doing a fantastic job gapping himself between himself and the 073 of Steve Robbins.
Yeah, sitting here watching. We got a battle for the lead right now between Terry Joyner and the 711 and the 117 of Derek Debris. Derek Debris to the bottom, the 711 of Terry Joyner up high. Working off turn number 2, Terry Joyner with the momentum is going to make the run down the back straightaway, taking the lead from Derek Debris. As Derek Debris might have had it for a split second there as he come off the corner. Derek Debris going to dive it in hard into turn number 3, having to check up a little bit to keep the car from getting into the slick. Terry Joyner driving off the high side, back to about the middle of the corner to come off turn number 4 is going to be popsicle sticks in the air, 2 to go for Terry Joyner this time by.
Yeah, Joyner doing a fantastic job holding on to the top spot. Scary Terry aboard the number 711 machine, the 117, of Derek Debris, still been edging down onto the bottom, trying to make something work. As it looks like Joyner able to hold on to the throttle a little bit longer up on the top shelf of the speedway, has the momentum, has that forward bite coming off the corner. White flag going to come out in the air, and Pruitt seems to get a little bit faster each and every lap. Last time by was faster than both the cars right there directly in front of him. And Pruitt, if he had a few more laps, I can almost guarantee you he would win this C-Main. But as we come down through turn number 2 and down the back straightaway, the 711 of Joyner leads the charge into turn number 3 for the final time. And 117 of Derek Debris now drives down to the inside once again. But off of turn number 4, picking up the C-Main. It's going to be a drag race. The 711 Scary Terry. Terry Joyner taking down the victory here in the C-Main. The 117 of Derek Debris and Justin Pruitt round out your 3 cars that will make the A-Main.
And Justin Pruitt definitely had a car to beat there with the quickest lap times as they were coming down to the stripe and getting down to the checker to that one. But, for Justin Pruitt, in all honesty, from a racer's perspective, you want to get a better starting spot in the A-Main, but for what he was bringing and where he came from and to get his car to where he was, settling for that third spot just to make it into the A-Main would definitely be a victory in my book. So moving on to the A-Main will be Justin Pruitt in that third and final transfer spot as we get ready to roll off. B-Main here racing last and final ditch effort to get into the A feature here, and it is going to go away like this with Steven Radwin's the number 78 machine starting on the pole, and his dancing partner to the outside starting second looks like it's going to be the number 60 machine of Trace Williams. All right, so while he goes through and tries to fix the issue that we're having with the stream here, I'm going to go ahead and get on through here. Starting on the inside of row number 2 in the 3rd position is going to be the number 98 machine of David Clymer. To his outside, his dancing partner starting 4th is going to be the number 17 machine of Chad Bird. Starting inside row number 3 in the 5th position is going to be the number 83 of Ryan Oakes. His dancing partner to the outside, starting in the 6th position, is going to be the number 41 machine of Jared Gazzardo. Starting inside row number 4 in the 7th position is going to be the number 12 machine, the Dirt Warrior Racing sponsored number 12, Eric Eichstadt. His outside, starting in the 8th position, is going to be the number 50 of Malachi Smith.
Caleb Ramsey going to roll off in 9th, starting in the 13th machine, I should say. Stephen Moore rolling off in the 10th position, and Kyle Moyer will roll off in 11th. We called for 11 cars. We are missing Jared Gazzardo, Malachi Smith, and Kyle Moyer not making the call. So 3 cars not making the call. 8 cars will be out there as we're getting ready to fend off for 3 positions here as we were trying to get the live grid just to show the live grid. Live grid not working, but we were able to get the running order drop down. So now you guys can see where maybe your favorite driver is sitting here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esport racing, the division of RaceOnTexas.com. As the 78 is going to lead the charge here tonight of Stephen Radunes, and then Trace Williams, David Clymer, Chad Bird, Ryan Oakes, Eric Eichstadt, Caleb Ramsey, and Stephen Moore. Those are your 8 cars out there. So we'll see what happens here. Who's going to be in the final 3? We don't know, but we know you guys got to have a favorite out there here to try to make this A main, so let us know.
I'll tell you what, looking at what's going on down here right now, I honestly, I can't pick 3 that are going to make it. The field here is just so strong, but definitely seeing what's going to happen here. We'll see if the attrition carries over from the C main to the B main. Top 3 going, so green flag is down and away, and we are back under green flag racing at the USA International Speedway at the Sunday night street stock shootout here. I have a little bit of contact, full fender contact. We are boxing here off of turn number 2.
Yeah, boxing is a slight word for it. It's a 73 machine moving into the 3rd and final transfer position. That's Stephen Moore, the H&L sponsor machine. As the 83 gets a little bit out of shape, here comes Eric Eichstadt in that number 12 machine. He wants to try to qualify his race in. Electric Eric right now running inside the top 6. He's going to try to make some headway here at USA. As man side by side with the number 17 of Chad Bird, but great racing going on throughout the field. Here comes the 73 battling it out there with the 60 of Trace Williams. Williams right now holding on to the final transfer spot, but the 73 back down to the inside. That's Stephen Moore, H&L sponsor machine. Here comes Eric Eichstadt into the fray. Moore gets a tad bit loose, nose it almost down into the inside wall, able to hold on to it though, but losing another spot there. Looks like to the 17 of Chad Bird.
Yeah, as they come into, looks like turn number 2 there. Quite the contact, but we're almost 3-4 wide there. Working through the corners, now going down the back straightaway. Getting ready to go into turn 3. We're still 3 and 4 wide for 2nd through 5th. And 6th and 7th battle there. Battle for 6th is getting strong as we're going to be sideways and full contact on the front straight as they hang on to it. Definitely a great battle going on here. The 3rd place transfer spot may start to slide away as these guys, we have a car in the wall, but he isn't going to go up just yet. We're having a little bit of contact back in the outside while they go. And those 2 cars will lose a lot of position there with the full-on contact that they're having back there in the back of the pack. But some great close racing here, and I wouldn't quite call it dirty racing. These guys just trading paint and trying to run with every little bit of real estate they can on this USA International Speedway. So they're just kind of having a little disagreement of real estate. So these guys trying to figure out what they need and how they're going to be able to get around here. Sometimes these cars they're just wild, but definitely, nothing short of amazing as far as action goes. This thing's definitely action-packed here at the USA International Raceway as we are halfway through this one. Coming to halfway this time by David Clymer, going to be your race leader. 2nd place currently Chase Williams. 3rd place right now is going to be Stephen Radunes with your 3rd and final transfer spot currently, but Eric Eichstadt is all over the back of his machine. Eric Eichstadt to the bottom, Stephen Radunes to the top. Radunes going to try and battle it back on the bottom, and he's not. Actually, that's Eichstadt on the bottom, so Eichstadt trying to make it work on the bottom. But definitely, Eichstadt is trying to get around Stephen Radunes for 3rd, but Radunes is not settling for 3rd as he's trying to work under Trace Williams to the corner. But I think if he starts racing too hard, he may end up giving that spot away when he's not really trying to.
Yeah, definitely. He's racing really hard, trying to get around the 60 of Trace Williams. Williams firing back on the outside. Here comes number 12 of Eric Eichstadt down to the bottom side of the 78 of Steven Redunes. As Redunes down the back straightaway, trying to fend off, trying to get around maybe the 60 car. Williams trying to pull a slider through the corner here. Not going to be had there through 3 and off of turn number 4. Eichstadt still working over the bottom side. We have 3 laps remaining here. Great battle going on for the final transfer spot. 26 cars will start in tonight's A main here, and that's what these guys are fighting for, that third and final transfer spot here of the evening.
Yeah, Eichstadt and Raduins and Trace Williams all battling so hard right there. The worst part of the situation is you've got Caleb Ramsey and Stephen Moore so close. They're just waiting and wait for something bad to happen. It looks like it may have fallen to that, but fourth place is now where the battle is right now, and it's not even for the transfer spot, but it's the battle to get to the transfer spot, and it is a hot and heavy one as Caleb Ramsey and Eric Eichstadt are now doing battle for that position as well.
Yeah, nobody wants to miss the A main, and I know how important it is to make the A main, especially in Sunday night shootout here. As these guys doing a fantastic job. Don't forget, Wednesday night street fight's still going to be, but it's going to be the birthday bash. There's something special coming up on Full Velocity Racing Network for DWR. So birthday bash will be coming up this Wednesday night for street fight. So it's going to be interesting. His white flag coming out as Eric Eichstadt back down to the bottom side here of Steve Redunes. Redunes trying to hold on to that final transfer position. It is David Clymer with the race lead. Trace Williams for 2. And the battle is going to be for that final transfer. Ramsey right there too into the fray. He's put his car there. Going down the back straight away. We're going to stay with this battle for the third spot as we're going into turn 3 for the final time. Again, the number 12 Eichstadt way down on the bottom side trying to make something happen. Coming off of turn number 4, drag race. It's going to be Steven Redunes going to beat him. They're going to make the A main. Taking home the victory is going to be Clymer, though, aboard the number 98 machine. David Clymer taking down the victory here.
Yeah, what a heat race, or a consi that was. Good consolation race there. I honestly couldn't have been able to tell you who was going to make it in. I honestly thought that Eichstadt was going to have a run at it the way that he had that run coming off the corner, but it just wasn't enough to get that momentum built up to get down the straightaway enough to the flag stand. Just wasn't enough moisture there to get him to where he needed to be, but definitely one heck of a consi there. But we are going to get ready to take you through your A main starting lineup here, and it's going to go away like this. Starting inside row number 1 on the pole is going to be the number 84 of E.J. Jones. To his outside starting second will be the number 10 of Racing Jason Salter.
Rolling off in the third starting position, driving the number 14, that's R.J. Klein. And his dancing partner outside, driving the 009, that's Joshua Ely.
Starting inside row number 3 in the 5th position is the number 62 of Jamie Massey. To his outside starting 6th will be the number 8 of Austin Miners.
Rolling off in the 7th starting position, driving the 010, that's Casey Brunson, and his dancing partner outside the Hips machine driver, the number 46, Bailey Hip.
Running inside row number 5 in the 9th position will be the Hard Motorsports sponsored number 124 of Brett Rolls. To his outside in the 10th position is going to be the number 53 of Chadwick Rigby.
Rolling off in the 11th starting position, driving the number 1, that's Alex Brewer. His dancing partner outside, that's David Brewer aboard the 319.
Starting inside row number 7 and 13th position will be the number 40 machine of Jordan Curdy. To his outside starting 14th is going to be the number 67 of Sawyer Swiatek.
Inside row number 8, starting in the 15th starting position, the 010, Braden Richards outside him, the number 25, that's Kyle Surratt.
Starting inside row number 9 is the number 71 machine of Daniel Stifler, starting 17th. His dancing partner outside in the 18th position is going to be, he's hiding from me at the moment. That'll be the number 21 of Jim Revis.
Rolling off in 19th, that's the driver of the number 16, that's David Blackberg. And outside him is Preston Williams aboard the number 99.
Starting in the 21st position is going to be the number 711 of Terry Joyner. And his dancing partner to the outside, starting 22nd, is going to be David Clymer.
Inside row number 12 in the 23rd starting position, the driver of the 117, that's Derek Debris. And outside of him, driving the 60 machine, that's Trace Williams.
Starting 23rd is going to be the number 117 of Derek Dubry, and his dancing partner to the outside is going to be... Oh, he's Trace Williams starting 24th. 25th is going to be Let's see here. There's the grid finally jumped for me. 25th is going to be Justin Pruitt, and starting 26th is going to be the 78 of Steven Radowitz.
As we're green flag racing already, the 84 VJ Jones out to the top spot, 3 wide battle. Jamie Massey back there around 5th, but this racing Jason Salter running in that 2nd spot. We're going to go back here and see what Jamie Massey and these guys are up. A whole gaggle of cars here fighting tooth and nail through the middle portions of the pack here. We're watching some great racing. Stifler makes some contact there. The number 71 machine. It looks like contact made with Alex Brewer and the number 1. But those guys able to keep it in the right direction. But here comes the 21 of Jim Revis down to the bottom side. What a great battle going on for position here. But man, these guys having to check up for one another. Because man, oh man, oh man, almost a wreck over there in the corner.
I got a long way to go in this one. Forward, there's 60 laps here at the USA International Speedway. They will tick off real fast, but watching these guys go on the track, the racing that there is to be had here, it's going to keep going, and there's going to be a lot of contact here as a lot of guys battling for real estate, especially back here in the back of the pack. They got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but it's not really the truth when it comes to the short time to get there part. But when you're in the back like this and you got to get up front, you don't want to get stuck behind somebody. So as long as the track, you want to get there before the track fades away and slows down. You have to start figuring out where you have to go, because that's going to slow you down as well. As we're going to keep rolling here. Lap 3 of 60, coming to lap 4 of 60 here. EJ Jones still your current race leader, racing Jason Salter the second. There's about just like maybe a little over a second gap between second and third. RJ Klein currently third. Austin Miner's in 4th right now, but these guys are going to be battling hard throughout this race. As right now it looks like I'm watching the 67 machine and the 25 machine back here. I mean, they're just getting down at it here. 67 machine to the bottom, and that's going to be for the 14th, 15th place battle right now between Sawyer Swiatek and Terry Joyner back here. But definitely a lot of great battles going on to the field to watch here at the U.S. International Speedway here at the Sunday night street stock shootout with Team DWR here. Definitely a great race here you don't want to miss. If you are watching live, do not go anywhere. This feature is one that you will regret missing. And of course, you can go back and watch it, but why rewatch it when you can watch it live here on Full Velocity Racing Network?
Yeah, definitely don't forget to share our link out there. Get it out. Let everybody know we are A-Main Racing here with the DWR Sunday Night Shootout. The best of the street stocks around the iRacing community here at DWR in the Sunday Night Shootout. And these guys put on a fantastic show. Also, don't forget those star donations. If you like what you see here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, make sure you hit us up with those star donations. Don't forget our sponsors either. Our caution sponsor here tonight, dirt-series.com, is our caution overlay here for tonight. Caution comes out, you'll see dirt-series.com. Also, do not forget Spatafor Firearms, been a great sponsor here for us. iRacing iFlag, Jeff Brown and the crew over there. Visit iRacing iFlag and check them out for all your great additions to the sim racing rig that you may have, or maybe even I would have to get an iRacing iFlag. I think one of these times I will add this to my rig here for the 6 monitors I have for Full Velocity Racing Network. I think that would be a keen addition to our staff here. Do not forget CNC Race Designs and Evil One Graphics. They're not only good, they're evil. Evil One Graphics, the official painter, I believe, of DWR. Don't forget him. I mean, Evil One Graphics, he's one of the head admins. I tell you what, Eric Eichstead does some great wraps over here. So does the number 10 machine of Jason Salter, Trash Man and Graphics. So they're not sponsors, but I got to give a shout out to those guys. They're admins. They also paint. I don't know where they find the time to do anything.
Yeah, I don't know either. So we're falling under caution here on lap 9 of 60. We're going to see if we can figure out exactly what happened here. But definitely you'll see exactly what happened here for sure. A lot of great racing going on. Probably a lot of contact. Gonna bring cautions out here for us. So can't really say for sure. We're going to have a big stack pile up here. Look like off of turn number 4 on lap 9. Looks like it's going to involve Terry Joyner in the 711. We're going to get a look in here and see exactly what happened to Terry Joyner. As I can see, he's sitting sideways here off of turn number 4. Looks like we're going to have a little bit of contact involving some cars in front of him. So not exactly his fault. Looks like the 21 of Jim Revis going to get into the 1 machine of getting some numbers here, some names. Number 1 machine is going to be Alex Brewer. So Brewer's going to get turned a little bit by the 21 of Jim Revis. 67 nowhere to go, as well as the 711 Terry Joyner and the 25 machine of Surratt going to get involved in this one. But looks like all those drivers will be able to drive away from this clean afterwards. But tough break for them as they were racing real hard there. And I have to fall to the back there on this one as you're going to be on lap 11 of 60 now. So 49 laps to go here at the Sunday night shootout at Team DWR. So a lot more great racing yet to come. A little hard contact battle going on, so nothing too major. Probably some heated drivers for sure from that contact, but unfortunately those drivers having to go through the deal that they did. But it's quite interesting to see, and the red rims on the chrome red rims on the one machine throwing me off, because I seen him coming down the straightaway and I'm looking like he's missing a left front tire. I was like, iRacing doesn't do that unless the axle gets out of place, but the one machine definitely throwing me off a little bit with the red chrome wheels. Looked like all I was seeing was the frame and no tires. So, but it's all there. So the one machine of Alex Brewer still, he's gonna bring up the tail of this field as we're getting ready to green flag racing here. 1 lap, 2 green. iRacing.com official pace truck here, bringing us around here. And the field pacing to follow, so we're going to see what happens here. Looks like the lights are off, like I said, 1 to green as we work down the backstretch of the USA International Speedway here. iRacing.com official pace truck getting ready to go into turn number 3, and we're going to get ready to see this thing back to green flag racing with EJ Jones out front and Jason Salter currently running in that 2nd spot. 3rd belongs to RJ Klein, 4th is Austin Miners, and 5th Joshua Ely on this restart. And the iRacing.com official pace truck is going to dive off the racetrack. We're going to be back under green flag racing with your leaders going into turn number 1. EJ Jones is going to pull to the early lead up to the high side to get the car set up to go into turn number 1. And as he goes into turn number 1, he's going to have company on the inside of RJ Klein and racing Jason Salter to the top side. There's 3 wide for 4th, 5th, and 6th with the 8 machine of Austin Miners, Jamie Massey in the 62, and the 009 of Joshua Ely, but they're going to fade back out to 2 wide all the way back through the field, as far back as 16th or 17th from what I can see. But EJ Jones currently taking out the point. Racing Jason Salter has fought his way back to 2nd, RJ Klein back to 3rd, Austin Miners currently running in 4th, and the 009 machine of Joshua Ely to 5th right now. That is your current top 5.
And got to go back to that instant replay as we were showing it here on Full Velocity Racing Network. Got to thank aerial coverage for tonight's race provided by Sam's Ford, as you guys got to see the instant replay as Ron described it live on your screen. So got to thank Sam's Ford for the aerial coverage tonight's race. Is these guys doing a fantastic job. A lot of stacking up going on, and that's what caused that yellow flag, as the 71 had to stack up and slow up for the 124, and then the 1 stacked up and behind him, and just a lot of stack up going on. And it's tough here at USA watching these guys as they enter the corner just a tad bit different. As you're watching maybe EJ Jones and maybe Jason Salter, those guys have 2 different lines even coming off the corner here. And same way with Austin Miners and then number 8 machine, RJ Klein running in the 4th position. So you're seeing distinct different grooves. Nice battle going on between Jamie Massey in the 62 machine and Casey Brunson aboard the 010 machine down to the bottom side. But Massey just has that power, that momentum to the top shelf of the speedway, able to motor him out down the back straightaway.
Yep, I'm going to have some technical difficulty I'm going to have to work on here for a few moments, Todd. I got a monitor issue. I'll see if I can get my stuff working back here. It just faded out on me.
Now it's EJ Jones, your top spot there in the number 84. The number 10 of Jason Salter running in 2nd, diving down to the bottom side here, trying to get a ride from EJ Jones and trying to wrestle one away. And that's not no easy feat. I tell you what, the natural one. EJ Jones has won quite a few races as of late here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Great battle going on there between the, I believe that's the 09 machine. 009 machine and the number 14 of RJ Klein. Also Massey in the fray there. Jamie Massey, the showstopper, in the 62 to the top shelf of the speedway. Bailey Hip now into the fray. Same way with Casey Brunson there. So we're on lap 18 of 60. Again, a reminder here on Full Velocity Racing Network, there is, I believe, another simulcast broadcast going on still. I'm not 100% positive. I know there was a broadcast going on over there. Was a ton of racing going on over at the Ram Series racing. So if you want to tune in to watch a little bit of asphalt racing, dirt racing, not your thing, you're wanting to tune in to Ram Racing, and I know there was a simulcast broadcast on Facebook Live as some contact made. Ailey won around in a knot there, able to hold it back but yellow flag going to fly here for the 2nd time of the evening.
Yeah, yellow flag going to fly as well. As I had a loose wire connection issue there. Just, I guess, maybe a nice little wind there kind of might knock one of my connectors a little loose, but we are back here. I can get a view on everything, and like you said, there's a little bit of contact there. Definitely watching things As things kind of got a little interesting there, but a little bit of contact. Seemed like there was nothing too major. They were able to keep it under control, but definitely gonna bring out a caution there. Trying to figure out exactly what might have brought the caution out, and it looks like it's going to come out with 71 as Stifler. Ended up getting tapped as he was trying to make sure that everything was clear, as he was just making sure he didn't get any more damage than he had to, checking up to make sure he run over somebody. But you know, that's going to happen in dirt racing, and luckily for him, it was just what it was, and unfortunately to the back for him, but he was able to keep from getting into anybody and having any problems there. Just, you know, one of those things where just not a whole lot of room, and he was just avoiding everything and got caught up. So nothing too major, but back to the field he goes, and I guess we'll have like 39 laps for him to get back up there, so see if he can do it.
Yeah, I'm going to be 39 laps as we're coming up on halfway home here, almost about 9 laps away here. As 30 laps will make it 30 of 60, so we'll see if he can make his way back up through. Daniel Stifler has had some great races go on here the first part of the season. We'll see if he can make and try to regroup on this one. We're just waiting for that iRacing.com pace truck to put those lights out here so we can go back to green flag racing. But great show so far here on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
Yeah, definitely a great show here on the Full Velocity Racing Network thus far, and I'm receiving some feed here. I got a media in our team chat, and looks like we've got another future hard driver in the making, as we got a baby being held in front of a steering wheel at the Rolls household. So definitely something that, something cute but fun to see as we're getting ready to go green flag racing here. We are under the 1 lap to green as we work down the back straightaway. The iRacing.com official pace truck going to work its way through turns 3 and 4 to the pit road. And when we get back to green flag racing, it's be EJ Jones racing Jason Salter, Austin Miners, and RJ Klein bringing us down. That is your top 4 drivers in this A main right now. With right now, you said a halfway mark here coming to green, and the 84 machine EJ Jones is going to jump out to the early point again, back to the top side to rotate that car into turn number 1. The 10 machine racing Jason Salter to the high side. The 8 machine Austin Miners is going to throw the slider and come up in front of the 14 RJ Klein. RJ Klein's going to try and battle back to the middle. The 10 machine racing Jason Salter is going to come down just a little bit. That's going to allow the 8 machine Austin Miners to go into the 3rd position, but he's going to battle to the inside of the 10 machine of racing Jason Salter as we got a 3-way battle for the lead. 8 machine Austin Miners is going to try to get back to the 84 of EJ Jones, but not quite going to happen. We're going to fall in line here. Austin Miners to the inside of racing Jason Salter one more time. He may have it. I'm not sure. The 10 machine racing Jason Salter to the outside. Salter going to hold on to 2nd. 3rd's going to be Austin Miners. 4th right now is going to go to RJ Klein. RJ Klein tries to go to the inside in turn number 3. He's going to try and come up with it. He's going to over-rotate a little bit. The 8 of Miners is going to drive back to the outside, and we are still battling here at the USA International Speedway. Back to the field, single filing out for the top 5 unless we're in a corner.
As we go on board here with the Northwest Racing Series, the number 14 of RJ Klein is Northwest Racing Series, our proud sponsor here, Full Velocity Racing Network, for our onboard cameras. And just watching him go to work and seesaw that steering wheel through the corner as he's slinging it in way down on the bottom. He's trying to get around Austin Miners at number 8 machine, but just look at the differences that these guys are doing straight away here as he comes down into turn 1. Watch him sling it into turn number 1 and almost right down next to the grass here as he's working his way. And he's got to back out of that throttle a little bit as it's starting to slick it off down the bottom. You can see it start getting shiny, that shiny black. That means it's really, really slick down there.
Yeah, it's getting really slick down on the bottom, like you said, top side of the racetrack. You see a little bit where the moisture is, and we're going to have some big contact. It looks like for 4th, 5th, and 6th position there. Not sure we're going to see a caution for that or not, but definitely seeing quite a good bit of contact back there. Not sure if everybody's able to stay going. Looks like they might, but that was some rough stuff there. It looks like everybody's going to be able to stay going. Stay under green flag conditions for the current time being. But definitely shook a little bit up there. Definitely, I mean, race leader is still EJ Jones. Racing Jason Salter still for 2nd in the 10 machine. Currently running in 3rd is the 8 of Austin Miners. 4th place is Justin Pruitt in the 07 machine now. RJ Klein currently running in 5th in the number 14. And right now, current top 6. 6th place goes to the 319 of David Brewer currently. But the battles are still hot and heavy around the speedway. But, a little bit of shake up there as they had some heavy contact there in the corner.
Let's take a look at the driver of the 07 machine. the Justin Pruitt machine, I should say. He started 25th on the night. Remember, he came from one of the qualifiers. He was the last guy in qualifier number 1, the consolation, I should say. He started 25th. He is currently fourth. 21 positions gained for the 07 machine. I told you it was fast. Justin Pruitt coming up through the field rather quickly.
Yeah, he is, and definitely you can never rule him out. Justin Pruitt definitely one of the heavy contenders here, and looks like the David Kleiman machine during that contact had gotten a meatball flag, which means that he had too much damage to his machine, and iRacing would have declared him as disqualified. However, the admins here at Team DWR has decided that his driving and damage is not as excessive damage to where he can't continue, so they have cleared those, as well as the Bailey hip machine getting those cleared as well, being able to continue in their contention of this A main, as we're on lap 30 of 60 here. Definitely working their way through, halfway currently on the speedway, lap 30 of 60 for your leader EJ Jones and the number 84, definitely out to the point. You still got the number 10 of Racing Jason Salter battling hard trying to get that spot from him. It's 2-1 and then 2x2 after that for anywhere from first through, looks like 7th race position right now.
As we get ready here, like you said, we're a little bit above halfway home here now as we flash by start finish line, complete lap 31. We're going to start lap 32 here rather quickly as we flash by that start finish line. So it comes into the segue run, and we're going to make our picks. We're going to first send it out to YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. We know you got a favorite out there. Who's it going to be? Who's going to take down the victory here tonight? The USA International Speedway. And we are halfway home, so you guys got about 10 laps to pick. Make those picks. We're going to give it to Rage and Ron since I picked my driver the last time first. We're going to let Rage and Ron pick his driver. Who's going to win tonight's race?
Well, you know, that's quite a hard decision with all these great, fantastic drivers and all these competitors out here. This is one that I don't know if I can even make a selection. This is a tough call. But looking down through here, I mean, EJ Jones, Jason Salter, Austin Miners, Justin Pruitt machine. Looking down through here at the timing of scoring, trying to give a little bit of a helpful hint here. And to be honest, it's all going to come down to how the track plays out here very soon, with the track going away and figuring out where the passing lane is going to be at, if anybody can make a pass. You know, I like the underdog on this, but right on the bottom doesn't seem like it's working for Jason Salter at the moment. So, and I'm not sure I've seen anybody try much of anything. I'm not sure, unless we get a caution. I don't think Justin Pruitt's going to make it back up to the front, but on the safe side and the safe note, if everything stays clean and green from here on out in the next 26 laps, I think my pick will be the EJ Jones machine.
That's a great pick. The natural one, EJ Jones, picking up some victories here as of late on Full Velocity Racing Network. I'm going to go with the guy directly behind you in that number 10 machine. Racing Jason Salter is trying to be safe with the picks. I like all these drivers out here, don't get me wrong, but Racing Jason has been driving down to the bottom side. He's the only guy that's been able to give a little bit to the 84. I know there's some quicker cars throughout the field watching lap times and scoring, but I'm going to go with Racing Jason Salter to take down the victory away from EJ Jones.
Yeah, I was riding on the edge of that one myself. It's hard to rule them out. This track is definitely questionable of how it's going to go, and these racing lanes, as looks like Jason's getting the outside wall just a little bit as they roll through turns 3 and 4, but that's going to allow EJ Jones to slip away just a little bit. But this track here is one that's going to change in very quick, fast, and in a hurry when it comes to getting through the corners of this speedway. Is now we're going to have both the leaders, and that cushion has now become such a thin line between fast and broken, and that wall up there is saying hello to the quarter panel every lap of these drivers, especially in turns 1 and 2, as now they're working their way through turns 3 and 4. 3 and 4 seems like it might be right up there against the wall as well on entry, but I'll tell you what, the way they got to drive this corner right now, it's definitely gotten very treacherous at the bottom. I think may start to come back in. So if the 10 of Racing Jason Salter goes back to the bottom here, I'd say give it about 2 or 3 laps. If he watches the 84 EJ Jones make the mistakes he's making, and he makes the last second, and we're going to fall under caution here one more time at the U.S. International Speedway on lap 38. And it looks like this one's going to involve the 78 machine of Radowin. So let's see exactly what happened here. It looks like the 78 of Radowin is trying to make his way out of the corner, and unfortunately the line he was running did not go over well with the 124 of Brett Rolls is Rolls was definitely rotated and ready to come off the corner, and the 78 machine was in mid rotation, and Rolls had to run on the high side, and the 78 machine ended up cutting up the track, not on purpose, just one of those things that you got yourself in a bind and couldn't get where you wanted to be, and around he went. So he got to the outside wall, but looks like he's gonna be able to continue, and he's actually down pit road right now, getting that fast repair taken care of, so he can get that damage assessed and repaired as much as his team can before we fall back under green flag racing here. Right now we have 21 laps to go, so 39 laps through this race, and 21 to go. 20 should be coming to green flag next time by, I believe, or it might be 2 to go right now. But definitely 21 laps to go, so I think we might see 19 to go when we see the green flag.
Looking through the field here, and I know we have our picks, and we're looking through the field. I want to go in car with a car in the middle of the pack just to see what kind of carnage this goes and what kind of things. Not only carnage, but how difficult it is to maybe even to see out front in front of your windshield. Just for everybody out there at YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, I'm telling you, just looking through here and just trying to pick somebody different that hasn't had the in-car camera here and hasn't had them in a while. So I'm going to go with... Who do you want to go with?
How about the 117 of Derek Debris? The driver, he started in the back of the pack, started 23rd. He's currently up to 9th. He's worked his way up, so I think that would be a good pick.
All right, so we're inside the 117 of Derek Debris. We'll see what happens here as he goes to work inside his cockpit and goes to work here in just a moment. Let's see what he does from the 9th starting position.
Let's see about midfield right now. All these guys, and a lot of people working their way up to the field. Our biggest mover so far, I think, is going to be the 07 of Justin Pruitt, starting 25th currently in the 5th position. 20 positions he's gained, so hopefully he can continue to move up. He would be the hard charger of the night currently, but we'll see what happens here shortly. We get green flag racing, and we're going to have the 84 of EJ Jones back to the early point. Looks like we're going to have a dive ball move going into 1. That's going to be the number 10 machine of racing Jason Salter to the bottom. We're going to have another caution here, and I'm not sure who's going to give the lead to it. Maybe EJ Jones, it may be Jason Salter. I'm not sure where the scoring loop is. It may go back to EJ Jones, as racing Jason Salter looks like he had one great move on the restart there for sure.
Yeah, and we got to see some interesting things through the 117 machine, and this involved the 07 of Justin Pruitt. I know Pruitt went around it or not. Some more contact being made here to bring out this most recent, the dirt-series.com yellow flag here tonight. The yellow flag number 3, I do believe. So we're going to see what happened to bring out this most recent yellow flag. And I know it involved the 07 of Justin Pruitt going around. We go back to the instant replay here, and we're going to go to the aerial view here of the instant replay.
Yeah, looks like we had the number 62 machine get in there, come in a little hot, Jamie Massey, and caught up to the bumper of the 07 of Justin Pruitt, and got him loose and got him turned around there. But looking from what I can see, it looks like we're also going to have a little bit more contact that's going to bring out this caution as well. So not only for the 07 of Justin Pruitt, but definitely looked like a couple other cars got around there together. One of them going to be the 16 after getting turned by the 711. The 009 or 009 machine ended up going around after slowing down and collecting the 99 machine as well. So not really so much for dirty racing, but some of these guys just trying to keep their cars clean and just trying to make it through some of these wrecks. And it gets difficult when this real estate's so small. So I mean, it's definitely something you're going to see. It's expected. Something's going to happen, and it's unfortunate, but one of those deals where there's nothing you can really do, and you just gotta roll. It's like playing poker. You gotta play the hand with the cards you're dealt.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with that. And man, Jason Salter, a move of the race that could pay off for him, though, being able to take over that top spot there from EJ Jones. Number 84 may be able to pace himself the way he wants to pace, but right now your top 10 go away like this: Jason Salter, EJ Jones, Austin Miners for 3. 4th is RJ Klein, David Brewer in the 319. He's 5th. 6th is the 62 of Jamie Massey. The 711 of Scary Terry Joyner is 8th. 9th is Jim Revis and Chadwick Rigby. Round out your top 10.
Yeah, Scary Terry, definitely a Cinderella story here tonight, as he has worked his way from a C main, I believe, it's either C or B main, and climbed his way all the way up through here, currently up from 21st to 8th. But unfortunately, at the moment, he's not the hard charger. If we were to have one, that would have been the 117 of Derek Debris, currently from 23rd to 8th. So 2 guys starting all the way back in the back of the field in the top 10 right now, and we are getting into the closing laps of this one. 1 lap to green. Yep, Jamie Massey is falling to the rear for the caution that we just have had ensued. The iRacing.com official pace truck is bringing the field down the back straightaway. As we work our way down the back straightaway, we are under the 1 lap to green. The iRacing.com official pace truck lights are off, and the field is working their way down through turns 3 and 4 as we are getting ready to go back to green flag racing here off of turn number 3. And the iRacing.com official pace truck down and off the racing surface to pit road. Back to the green flag. We are up and underway here. I would say down and away, but right now it looks like we are back to green flag racing, and the number 10 of racing, Jason Salter, to the bottom, and they are going to have EJ Jones to the top side of the racetrack. He's going to lose three positions now after getting all the way up against the wall. We're going to have some contact. We're going to fall back under caution here. So we got 2 cars around off of turn number 4.
2 cars around us. We're seeing a lot of banging going on out there, and EJ Jones lost a lot of real estate in that one. And then number 84 machine. Going to see what happened and who it was involved here in this one. Is somebody dropping through the field? Just looking to see who drops through. And it might be David Blackburn aboard the number 16 machine. I do believe involved in this one. We'll wait and see who drops through. Looking to see. Blackburn might have been involved in this one, but there was a lot of cars involved in this one. As he was just an innocent bystander in this. It was a 67 Asori Swiatek and the number 009, Josh Ely. Ely getting into the back of the 67 machine, sending him around. So 16 of David Blackburn not involved in that one. But then there was more contact being made. So there was extra contact being made after the yellow was already out.
Yeah, after the yellow came out, look at the 46 of Bailey Hip ended up getting into some contact there. There's some guys trying to get their cars slowed down and keep from running over people. I mean, those guys were 4 wide, and you know, there wasn't a lot of room there. The 25 machine of Kyle Surratt ended up coming down a little bit, and everybody reacting to that. There was nowhere to go, and Bailey Hip going across the front of the 1 machine of Alex Brewer. So, you know, it's unfortunate that those kind of things happen, but there's no room to get straightened out after certain things happen. So we're at 12 to go in this race, so definitely attrition may start to build a little more. As looks like Bailey Hip has parked his machine for the night. Looks like he's a little didn't want to go to the back and try to work his way forward in the last closing laps of this one. So he's drove his car down to the trailer and loaded it up, and he's gonna put tonight in the books and hopefully come back for another attempt at this next week. But Bailey Hip out drinking beers and throwing down with the boys.
Yeah, unfortunate for the driver. The number 46 is he's going to be relegated to a 24th position finish. That's unfortunate for the driver of the 46. So Bailey Hip normally really strong in these type of events, but it is racing. Jason Salter, your current race leader. Austin Miners for 2. For 3 is RJ Klein. David Brewer. EJ Jones fell all the way back to the 5th spot in that number 84 machine. Then Derek Debris running in 6th. 7th is 7th should be Terry Joyner. 8th is Jim Rebus, having a great run in that number 21 machine. Is iRacing.com. Pace truck makes that hard left-hand turn down the pit road. Green flags back in the air as the field is underway. The number 10 of Racing Jason, the Trash Panda graphics sponsor. Number 10 machine Racing Jason Salter leading the charge down into turn number 1. RJ Klein for 2. More contact being made. Austin Miners. David Brewer around in the 319. We're stacking them up through 1 and 2. A parking lot over there. As I believe that's going to bring out a yellow flag. A little bit delayed, but yellow flag going to fly. David Brewer involved in that one. Is a huge stack up over there in the corner.
Yeah, huge stack up off of turn 2 indeed. Not sure what led to that one, but I guarantee you over half the field was involved in that one. It just, you know, attrition being a big factor right now. And I'd tell you what, it looks like 319, like you said, Brewer was involved. The 07 of Justin Pruitt involved. The 62 involved. I mean, it's, you know, Jamie Massey involved in that one. A lot of drivers, a lot of cars, a lot of great cars in that one. The 25 of Surratt was also involved. Just total chaos and carnage. The 711 of Scary Terry must have made some people move there. So Brett Roll's night coming to an end here. Looks like he might have been part of that as well. Jamie Massey ending his night. as well. So those guys fall into the back of this one as this one get ready to come to a close here.
As we go on board, Jim Revis and how he made it through this wreck, I tell you, there was a lot of stuff going on here, and man, just woo! He just threads the needle in that number 21. So does the one of Alex Brewer. So great driving by those two drivers to make it through the wreck. But we had to go on board with somebody just to show you how to get around some of these wrecks.
Yeah, Austin Miners is like he's taking an EOL for that event that happened here on the Speedway. So Austin Miners gonna fall to the back of the build on this one. So that one being an ordeal there. So unfortunately for these drivers, a lot of hard contact there, a lot of good cars in that incident. But anything that happens on a racetrack, anything, attrition, battling for this real estate late in the race. Currently 8 to go, coming to 7 to go this time by the starter straight for your leader. So 7 to go right now, 1 lap to green. We're gonna have 6 laps to go when we go back to green flag racing here. They're gonna double them back up and get going again. And double file racing is great and everything, but I feel that inside of 10 to go, I think we should go single file. And usually a lot of leagues, not knocking anything, but DWR has their own style of doing things, but a lot of leagues that you see out there will go single file after 3 cautions. So most leagues would be single file already, trying to keep the racing going. But here at Team DWR Racing, we are going to stay double file racing here, and we are going to see about this restart and see what's going to happen. And hopefully they can keep our green flag racing for 6 laps. And it is going to be a barn burner to the shootout for this one between Racing Jason Sauter, RJ Klein. EJ Jones is back to 3rd after that mess up. We are green flag racing. EJ Jones gets a good restart here. He is on the rear bumper that RJ Klein's number 14 machine. Racing Jason Sauter back to the point. EJ Jones battling for 2nd right now as he goes underneath the 14 of RJ Klein. We're going to have a mess coming off of 2 again. We're going to have another stack up. We got another turtle. He has got like a 3 or 4 rollover flip count. So this one, you're back to caution. We're going to have about 3 to go when we go green flag racing again here, coming back to this one. But let's go ahead and go back here and see what happened here on the restart. Is we had some cars and carnage going around in turn numbers 1 and 2 on the restart, and it looks like it's probably for about 5th, 6th, or 7th. Actually, there's more back in the back of the pack. It's going to have something to do with maybe the 21 of Jim Revis, but actually I take that back. Jim wasn't quite that far back there. I just saw an orange car and pointed at him, but let's see what we can find here, see what's going on.
Yeah, it might be the 07 of Justin Pruitt involved in that one. Like you said, we're working our way back through, and something happened. I know you were saying an orange car, but not sure what happened to bring out this. Oh, man. Oh, the 7-Eleven machine flipping upside down. There was a lot of carnage there. The 07 machine, it did start with him. And Justin Pruitt around in a knot, and the worst end of that stick was the 7-Eleven machine, and Kyle Surratt was able to put him back on his wheels. So the 7-Eleven of Terry Joyner, Scary Terry, upside down, and the 25 of puts him back on his wheels. Surratt, he was sick of the clowns. He was trying to drive through them.
Yeah, for sure. And we're going to have, it's like Ike Stat, admin, going to give Kyle Surratt a clear for a damage there, as it's all definitely probably had a lot of damage there as they get everything put back together here. Surratt going to tag the back with the 7-Eleven adjoiners. We're going to have 3 to go, I believe, when we go green flag racing. The iRacing.com official pace truck going to come down the back straightaway here. The 1 to green sign up. And the pace lights should be off here, so we're going to see what we can do here. Looks like they're going to double file one more time here, and should be going green here. Oh, turn number 4, excuse me. There's a lack of oxygen here tonight after running through all this great racing action here at the Full Velocity Racing Network. Definitely something that you'd never want to miss here. Some of the greatest action going on as of late here. I mean, I know a lot of fans gather in, they want to see the wrecks, they want to see the crashes, but here at Full Velocity Racing Network, we're here because the racing is second to none. And we're here to put it out there for all you great fans that don't have access to this iRacing.com simulator as we go back to green flag racing. And racing Jason Salter to the bottom. He's not quite going to get a run to the point yet as he drives off into turn number 1. RJ Klein to the outside, and it looks like coming off of turn number 2, we're going to have a big stack again in the back. This is going to bring this one to a close, and your race winner is going to be racing Jason Salter here, I believe. I don't think we're going to see this one back to green, as looks like we have 2 to go, so this one going to fall under caution. Jason Salter going to be your feature winner. As long as fuel doesn't play a factor, RJ Klein will come in second. Third may go to Alex Brewer, as currently it looks like that's what your top three will be. We'll let iRacing settle this out. EJ Jones looks like he's going to take third, so EJ Jones going to hang on to that third spot. RJ Klein for second, and Racing Jason Salter for first, as they have one to go here under caution. Definitely, we'll get back here and see exactly what happened here. We're going to have some guys drop out of this one. Looks like that might have involved the 40 of Jordan Curdy and the 13 of Caleb Ramsey. We'll get back here and see what we can find.
As we go by the start-finish line there for the final time, Jason Salter racing. Jason taking down the victory. RJ Klein for 2 and EJ Jones for 3. As we try to scurry around to get the final replay here of what happened to bring out this last yellow flag to decide this event. Like I said, EJ Jones for 3, Alex Brewer, Jim Revis, Casey Brunson, Derek Debris, Chadwick Rigby, Trace Williams, Daniel Stifler, David Clymer, Preston Williams, Joshua Ely, Sawyer Soitek, David Blackburn, Justin Pruitt, Kyle Surratt, Austin Miners, Stephen Madoons, Terry Joyner, David Brewer, Jamie Massey, the showstopper, Brett Rolls, the Tennessee Tumbler, Bailey Hip, Braden Richards, and Jordan Curie. You round out your 26 car field here tonight. Racing Jason Salter aboard the Trash Panda Graphics number 10, taking down the victory here at the USA International Speedway.
Yeah, looking back here at the replay, it looks like we're going to have the number 16 machine trying to check up a little bit, because the 67 machine got a little loose on the center, entry to center, the corner there. So the 67 machine going to fall fault to causing this caution. That's Sawyer Swiatek. And the 16 machine of David Blackberg having to check up a little bit. And the 319 of David Brewer having nowhere to go and just kind of piled into him. And he got run over by Surratt there in the 25, and he just got turned around. And, you know, there's nowhere to go for some of those drivers. And unfortunately, Terry Joyner also being part of that. Just kind of got paid for there at the end as caution going to come out and bring this one to an end. Is like you said, we're going to have racing Jason Salter, your picking up the win. I also was going to mention earlier the announcers attrition, see if it was going to pick up, maybe that being an issue, but it faded out after the first one tonight. But EJ Jones setup faded a little bit and allowed racing Jason Salter to battle back on the inside. I think Jason had that bottom side figured out and picked out early, but it all comes down to see what's going to happen. If you're not here, you won't see it. So, racing Jason Salter picking up a definitely well-deserved win here tonight at the USA International Speedway at the Sunday night street stock shootout. So, definitely a great win for him and a great battle so far, or a great battle between all these drivers here tonight. Sure, it looked like a little bit of a demo derby in a high-speed circle, but my hands and hats off to Derek Debris and the 117 machine coming from 23rd to 7th tonight. A lot of good battle in there, and same for Trace Williams there from 24th to 9th. So all these drivers, those drivers making it into the top 10 from 24th and 23rd, great hands right there. As well as looks like Jim Revis came from 18th to 5th, and Alex Brewer from 11th to 4th. So those guys definitely making and putting on one great show. Everybody started in 20th or higher, finished inside the top 20. So definitely, good driving and good hands on those guys, and great racing here tonight at DWR.
And definitely great racing as we get ready and locked and loaded here for tonight's finale, not the finale, but for tonight's Victory Lane ceremonies, as we get ready to throw it down trackside here momentarily as we work our way over to Discord. So we're going to work our way over there, and then hopefully be able to make this happen. Is going to have to see if this is working. Yes, indeed, it is working. We're going to throw it down to Raging Ron Piles, who is going to catch up with our third place finisher, the partier, the natural one, EJ Jones, aboard the number 84 machine. As we're moving people around here, we're just going to move everybody in here, I think. We'll just move everybody in here, and we'll get our word with EJ Jones, driver of the number 84. Raging Ron has him down there.
Yeah, down with the number 84 machine driver of EJ Jones. Congratulations on that third place finish here tonight. I know you had the lead there for quite a while and led quite a few laps in this one, but did you see racing Jason Salter coming when he happened to make that move when you take the lead from you before we went into the cautions?
I screwed up and stepped on my pecker, and that's all it takes sometimes, unfortunately, because as soon as I did it, it seemed like we didn't have any more green flag laps. But it is what it is. Mistakes happen in racing. All you can do is learn from it. So we'll give it a whirl. Maybe next Sunday or the Sunday after. I don't know. At least we'll be back Wednesday. At least I do know that.
Right on. Yeah, I gotta get that car back in the shop, get some stuff straightened out there. Is that thin line between fast and broken definitely played a role in the happenings here tonight at the USA International Speedway. Definitely that thing got a lot more thinner than, well, we won't go there, but I was gonna say a lady's thong. But there's a lot thinner than that. But yeah, you might as well go there with a piece of tooth floss and get at it. But they definitely got a little thin on you. But I'm gonna throw this microphone back at you one more time here and let you thank whoever it is that helped get you to the podium finish in third place tonight after your mishap there running that fast line between fast and broken.
First, got to congratulate Jason on winning the race and RJ for getting second. Also, got to thank the guys, Cedar Coast Speed, Charles and Dylan, for everything they helped me with on here. My friend Peter Delavan as well. Say hey to my mom. Thank Eichstead Wraps for running on Michelob wrap. Unfortunately, we ran out of Michelob, it seemed like, tonight, but that's okay. We got more at the trailer. We'll throw in it for the party afterwards. Also, got to thank the guys here at DWR putting this on every week. It's about the only league that I run in regularly, and I wouldn't, I'm going to keep running it regularly. So it is. I have fun with it. So, yeah, we got hamburgers, hot dogs at the grill going. Got the Michelob. Got a cake. Well, we don't need a cake because Phil's not here. So I guess we'll just do we'll do ice cream tonight. So we'll just have a good old time. We'll drink some beer and we'll just party till the sun comes up, I guess, and go to work in the morning.
Right on. There you guys have it. Third place is going to go to EJ Jones. Congratulations on that third place finish, and we'll be headed to your trailer here in a little bit for snacks and some beers and cheers for the third place finish tonight.
Thank you, sir.
All right, as I work my way down here, and I'm going to pick up RJ Klein, and I'm going to make my way over to racing Jason Salter. But thank you, Rod. I'll let you go party a little bit early there with EJ Jones. As I'll catch up with you. I'm sure that'll be rather quick here. But I'm going to go to RJ Klein, driver of the number 14 here tonight. And RJ, fantastic run. Able to bring home second, yeah, a bridesmaid, but I tell you what, fantastic run between yourself, EJ Jones, and Racing Jason up there. And congratulations on your second place finish. Tell us about it.
Yeah, thanks, Todd. We really didn't have nothing for him in the beginning. I was just way too tight. The track just wasn't where I needed it to be. But it seemed like when the track came in and we was able to run the bottom, we just didn't get any green flag runs in. But congrats to Jason on the win, and maybe we'll try again next week.
All right, RJ Klein. Well, I'm going to throw you the microphone. You can thank whoever you'd like to thank here. Second place finish, podium finish, always great here at DWR, even the finish inside. I would be happy with a top 15 finish myself, but second place finish here on Full Velocity Racing Network for DWR. Tell us about who you'd like to thank that got you here tonight.
First off, congrats to Jason on the win. I got to thank DWR for putting this on. It's definitely the best league there is out there. I mean, hands down. These guys had over 40 cars here tonight, and like you said, it's something to definitely podium here. All these guys are good. They're all fast, but I got to thank UMWA, Renzico, Full Velocity, you guys for putting the broadcast on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up second place here tonight, driver of the number 14, RJ Klein. I'm going to run down here to victory lane with racing Jason Salter, picking up a victory here tonight, and have not seen him in quite some time down here in victory lane. I haven't personally seen him down here, but finally racing Jason Salter, able to snooker the 84 on one of those restarts, able to get around him, and after that, you kept him at bay. Tell us about it.
Man, we put in a lot of work on this car the last week. We've just had no luck, and I just felt like we hadn't had any speed, so we just started building from the ground up and help the guys, teammates, man, and shoot. I can't believe it, man. We finally got the monkey off our back. It seems like we've just been in a rut lately between just not having the speed and stepping on it. Like I know we run a mod race not long ago and run the second line up in the wall and stuff like that's been plaguing us a lot this season. But man, it feels good to finally get back up here.
I called it.
EJ Jones already down here, offering racing Jason a beer already. So trying to get him to party here early. But racing Jason, I know you've had a lot of bad luck. I said if it wasn't for any luck or for bad luck, you wouldn't have any luck as of late here. Unfortunately, I did get to pick you. So Ron was trying to say that there was going to be some type of curse. I know that was in the background somewhere. He was going to say, he didn't say it. Normally there's a broadcaster curse, but I picked you here tonight to pick up the victory. Nothing against EJ. EJ's picked up a lot of victories, but I just thought you had it there through the first portion of the event. You were able to stay with EJ. I was like, man, Jason's hanging with EJ. How's that happening?
I mean, we put in. Oh, I mean, just me personally, I put in a bunch of time on just trying to figure out what I was doing wrong with the car, and it really paid off. I mean, I still think that there's still some things I can gain off of, but I don't know. We're going to go into next week seeing how it goes. Lanier's a whole different animal, but at least we got this one down for the most part. Like I said, I don't know if I could have held RJ off another lap. He was coming.
All right, Jason, as we're accustomed to here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, and we'll hand you the microphone. Thank you. We'd like to thank tonight.
Man, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out here and racing with us. This league is full of some really fast guys in the street stock, and just to win one of these is just amazing. I'm so glad that we finally got a chance to come back up here and win, and or at least run the top 3 again. And I'd like to thank all my teammates, DWR. I'd like to thank Full Velocity TV for putting on an excellent broadcast as usual. Trash Panda Graphics. Man, thank you guys.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, picking up tonight's feature win live on Full Velocity Racing Network for the DWR Sunday Night Shootout. Driver of the Trash Panda Graphics sponsor, number 10, Racing Jason Salter, taking down the victory. We'll throw it to Ron before he has one too many beers.
Yeah, definitely congratulate Racing Jason Salter on his win tonight. And, it's going to be a great party here down here tonight. Like I said, they got plenty of food down here. I went down. Sign autographs. I'll toss a couple autographs around as well, and we'll round this night out. Looks like our end of the things are going to come to a close here, but I know I was looking through some of the sessions here, see what was still going on out on the airwaves tonight, and it looks like we're going to have Phil Lacassa still out there with Todd Truan with the Rams U.S. Nationals on the asphalt. That is still going on. Looks like they're in the crate late model session right now. I'm not exactly sure how far into that they are, but they got that crate late model and the super late model session yet to come. So if you still want to follow Full Velocity Racing Network, the action doesn't have to stop here. Head on over and catch that broadcast. It is still up and on the air, so it doesn't have to stop here. Not exactly sure how the racing is going over there, but I hope it's just as good as what we saw tonight here at DWR and over at Stars on Dirt. Second to none is the racing that we try to provide, and we are going to try to continue to give that to you as we do that tonight. And don't forget, tomorrow night, Full Velocity Racing Network will be right back here with Har Motorsports at the Volusia Speedway Park for the Har Motorsports Dirt Modified Money Tour. $2 to enter, and it's $16 currently to finish out the rest of the season if you want to race the final 8 races.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself and Raging Ron, don't forget, tomorrow night, like you said, Har Motorsports is our first show of the evening. The second show, we will go right after there from Ron's league over at Har Motorsports. Ron and the guys over at Har Motorsports, so say just your league, because you have a bunch of good admins and a bunch of guys that take stock in Har Motorsports. Then we're going to go on over to Dirt Slinging Outlaws for their events, their pro late models and their super late models on Monday night. So going to be a fantastic boat of events there. Then we'll head over Tuesday night. I'm not sure where we're heading. I believe it is actually Tuesday night will be Sim Addicts Racing, and then Wednesday night back over for the birthday bash at DWR, and that will be fantastic. Make sure you guys are tuning in. We may actually be tuning in and doing Grassroots Racing Series, our season finale. They did miss 2 races here with the Full Velocity Racing Network. I may be heading over there to start that up for those guys to see if I can get something together. We'll see what happens here in the near future. Again, got to thank everybody for tuning in on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esports racing. I'm Todd Stanton alongside of Rage and Ron Piles. Until next time, we'll see you on Full Velocity Racing Network. Good night.